2TC is an achievement in Balloons Tower Defense 6 where you need to only deploy 2 towers to complete a game of chimps, and then you get the 2TC achievement. Today we're doing this with the Spirit for Forest and the Special Poperations, and before we begin, no, Jungle's Bounty in Spirit Forest does not produce bonus money in chimps. Income is disabled in chimps, except these rocks though. These are what one calls a map feature, an interaction exclusive to that map. But in this case, we are producing more money with a bit of a wait. Now we're going to touch on some strategy here today. We need to clear out this entire circle of these rocks so that our Marines on round 100 gains full access to this circle to do as much damage against the bad as it possibly can. And believe it or not, the Jungle's Bounty and Spirit of Forest are going to be our last purchasables of this entire run. We're going to get Special Poperations before we get Spirit of Forest, and we're going to clear this out before we get Jungle's Bounty and Spirit of Forest. Round 14, a whole bunch of yellow balloons could be bad for our endeavors here, but not to worry, not to worry. Another yellow balloon, thank you for going down. Pink balloons could also be a problem here. Need to ensure. Oh my god, that. I'll say that yellow balloon nearly leaked, but then again, that pink balloon leaked. Let's put you on last to see if that makes things any better by always constantly firing down here. And this looks a lot better. Yep, no pink or yellow balloon in sight. And we shall be able to clear this rock on this round here, the end of this round. And then that's where we will deploy our helicopter. Now we're going to get you all the way up to IFR. And then we're going to try and clear this rock out. Yeah, we need bottom cross path for our helicopter here because we need the Marines to fire out faster than if you were to go with top cross path or uncross path in general. Now you need to wait for 3,000 so that we can start mining away here. And I think we should be able to get that on round 27. Zebra balloons, not a problem. Yeah, keep you on last just so that you're always firing up this way here. And looking at the money right now, we should be able to access this rock right about now. But then our next upgrade is going to be downdraft. Yes, we need to be able to chuck back balloons at some point. But it will also help us out when it comes to the support Chinook. Quite a long round, 32. Always a bit scared if a balloon is going to go down this way here. Need a lot more money if we're going to clear this. Are we going to need anything else here? No, that's good. It just seems like a long round, and sometimes it feels like a balloon is going to escape. But not to worry, we have the downdraft. Drafting away. Plans to be, I don't know, drafting to be a better tower. At some point, when you upgrade to tier 4, okay, 36. That is good right there. Got the faster firing going. It benefits both the helicopter and the Marines later on. And that's round 36 cleared. Okay, round 37. What are we going to do here? Well, I do like to get support Chinook as quickly as possible because it actually doubles the damage of the darts produced by the helicopter. Camo green, sorry, camo whites are the least of our priorities here. Even if they're not damaged, they can be blown back. Nice utility from the middle path heli. May not always do damage, but hey, guess what? It can blow them back quite a lot. Can we do this round? Yes, we can actually. We can definitely do this round. But what about this round? Oh, this is looking a bit dicey here. Do we need... I think we may require the Druid of the Jungle. Now, I'm going to try and micro this just a little bit better here. But obviously, as they get towards this stage here, they're going to start overwhelming us with their sheer numbers. Just... oh, regrows. That's one kind of opponent I'm kind of scared about is these regrows. So what about just Heart of Thunder? Will that help us out here? I hope it does. Because for goodness sakes, I think I'm running out of options here on what to do. Like literally, I am at death's door. Please help me out. Right, that's done and dusted. Brilliant, brilliant. Round 41, we'll get ourselves the support Chinook on this round. Like that. As much as I would like to get ourselves the Druid of the Jungle, we're going to try and impact this rock over here as soon as possible with some mining going on. Extracting the money so that hopefully we can get Special Poperations as soon as possible. Have it so that the Heart of Thunder is able to impact all of these balloons here. It's not always the best idea just trying to hog the balloons over near the beginning because your other tower can't make an impact. There we go. Now, can we afford the rock in the next round or two? I sure hope so. We should be able to get it on this round actually, and then it'll be unearthed for 57? I'm questioning myself here. And when you question yourself, you know things are about to go up in flames. Okay, Druid of the Jungle now online. Brilliant. Was it 58 this is going to be unearthed? Something tells me 58 instead. And because we have Druid of the Jungle, we don't have to worry about where we're blowing these balloons back to, because we have an unlimited range attack out of a Druid now. And Heart of Oak will ensure that those pesky regrow balloons will no longer be a regrow balloon. And in some cases, no longer a balloon in general. Here we go, round 50. Can sometimes be surprisingly tough with all of the balloons on the screen here. Camo ceramics. It shouldn't create enough pierce to be able to out-pierce the support Chinook's blowback here. And this is looking very good with help of a Druid of the Jungle as well here. Welcome to the jungle. We have fun and yellow balloons. Right, with some of these 50 rounds, we've got to be very careful here because we can't just target the loose balloons on the screen. I'm thinking like round 56 with all of the camo rainbows on that round, but there is a single Moab as well, which you need to be very considerate with because you need a heli to do as much damage on the Moab as possible. I mean, there's only so much track there is before these behemoths escape. Okay, that is down. Need to move you over here because that's the second Moab that appeared on the screen, and then this final Moab. By the way, the Druids of the Jungle is this thorns that it grows on the ground, the vines, etc. Whatever the proper name of it is called. Underneath them does damage Moab class balloons, which is really good. And you have more of a chance with the blowback helicopter because you can blow the balloons back towards a Moab if you are possibly able to do so. 55, quite numerous. Now it's 56 to worry about. Yeah, this is the round in which I'm a little bit hesitant on about because this does out-pierce me when it comes to the blowback of the thing there. So what we need to do now is, because this map is like the M25, it's an orbital, we can pair up the pathings here, and this Moab is going to be damaged, and hopefully we can keep the tide of camo balloons back and none of them will escape at any given point in time. Now we just need to, I think we're going to keep the support Chinook down here just in case any of them are about to escape, which it looks like there was. Hello, yellow balloon. You just need to do that plus actually succeed. Okay, let the Druid do some of the work while support Chinook is majority of the time trying to hit the Moab, but at the same time trying to keep control of these camo balloons. And it looks like we are in the clear here. Just keep the helicopter here and we are good. Okay, that is the demon round of the 50s over and done with this scenario. Specifically this scenario. One Moab down, two Moabs down, and we should get ourselves the money now for Special Poperations and the deployment of these Marines, which will do the majority of the damage throughout this entire run. Like I said earlier, we're not getting any further Druid upgrades until we have started mining on both of these. Round 59, very easy. This is usually the point in the game in which you would get your Special Poperations so that you can deal with the camo leads. This is our only way outside of Spirit of the Forest that can deal with camo leads. Imagine if Ninja Kiwi changed these so that they have the sharp damage type. Rip Special Poperations on 2TCs outside of like Wizard Lord Phoenix and possibly Archmage, but you still have camo leads on 59 to deal with, and if you don't get your Archmage up in time, then you can't decounter them. Okay, round 63, very easy. We've got a combination of Druid of the Jungle, Marines, and the blowback of the helicopter. At the moment, you shall not enter the circle. I have both the power to stop you and the utility to blow back you, so that if you do try and survive my wrath, you'll be blown back to where you came from. The beginning of said map. And do not judge my helipad placement. It is rather covered. Partially covered. With some pumpkins to help out. For moral support. Because remember, the only time the color orange appears on a balloon is on the rainbow balloon. Or if you have some skin which has pumpkins on it on a Moab. Okay, we're going to get this up and running. I think we should have done this on the previous round, because now it's going to delay the arrival of this rock being able to be active and being hammered away. I should have done it on 71, 72 when we had 25k. But alas, that's what happens when you're not paying attention. 75, a very big round, but not big enough to take us out. Now I'm going to move you prematurely over here. I don't want you dead in the center, because it's actually too much range to try and reach all of this circle here with the strongest thorns that grow on the track. But with here, the strongest thorns will grow along this bit where it goes around multiple times, but it will still have the second strongest thorns around the entire circle. And which means it saves up the middle here for the Marines, so that they have maximum coverage of the entire track here, and they're able to hit the bad on round 100. But we've still got like 95 and 99 to consider about. I'm not even worried about 98. I'm actually a bit more concerned about round 97, actually. Yeah, round 79 was super easy. They were all completely obliterated by said Marine with his super automatic rifle, which can puncture through metal. Moab class balloons from this point onwards will gradually get a little bit beefier to take out and a bit faster. And then regular balloons, we only get a little bit faster as each round progresses. It is the curse of free play. If it was just speed, then you can easily take out a round. If it's just HP that goes up, then the round will just be very long. In a way, sometimes dying sooner in a balloon scenario makes it, I don't know, less time wasting than, let's say, spending about 10 minutes on the round only to die to, here we go, to die to like one ceramic or something. Right, this is the definition of spawn camping. Okay, we're gonna upgrade you to Jungle's Bounty because we don't have anything else left to put our monies on, and no, we cannot get any benefit out of this down here because then we can't even buy Spirit Force, which is needed for damage. Soon we'll say, now that's a lot of damage! Last of the ZOMGs. ZOMGs seem really beefer, but then once I go down below ZOMG, then they seem quite quick to take out with the Marines. But ZOMGs, for some other reason, I think are just a bit too beefy for the Marines to go at their full potential. But then again, you probably could say that about any upgrade in the game. Yeah, because if you have a Marine down parked in the center and you don't clear out these rocks, then obviously the Marines will not have full coverage around the circle because part of the circle is obscured by, well, this obstruction, as you can tell, with the red. And I will be red if I do not succeed here. Okay, I've got the money now for Spirit of Forest, which means, as you can tell, we have full accessibility of the strongest thorns on the left-hand side of the circle here. Not going to move it though. Or perhaps we may move it just a tad bit down here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, DDTs, not a problem. Now, the key to succeeding in this run is your timing of Marine deployments on 98. Because we want to have the Marine deployment kind of like about 2/3 to 3/4 of the way to being recovered, so that you can have 2 Marines briefly when it comes to the DDTs on this round here. I hope that wasn't a rubbish placement, but we managed to do it. Spirit of the Forest with the hard thorns is able to damage DDTs with the all of the vines grown on the track here. Okay, 94, not a problem. Gonna put you on strong actually, because the Spirit of the Forest can deal with a lot of the weaker balloons by itself. And that is brilliant. Brilliant indeed. Just the ZMGs left. And also the marine that we want to have prematurely down around 99. I want it over here so that then it can start damaging DDTs as quickly as possible. But then the second one I want to deploy down here so that then it gains coverage to the exit of the track. But both of which have access to this straight line here. And hopefully we have this round sorted. Just like that. Yeah, the Marines are best served to be on strong because they're the targets which the Spirit of the Forest would most struggle to try and take down layer by layer. But with Marines, downscaling them, and even though it seems like the Spirit of the Forest has infinite pierce with its vines, its thorns that it grows on the track once it gets to tier 5, I do think there is some kind of damage pierce profile on it where if there are more balloons along the track, then the less damage the balloons take if they're further back, because there's so many balloons that this marine is trying to pop at any given point in time that it just downscales the damage. Or maybe it's just something about going into late game and certain effects having less of an effect, kind of like glue gunners having less of an effect as you go up the rounds, or stuns having less time as it goes on throughout the rounds here. Round 98. Okay, this is where I would like to be a bit careful with the timing of our abilities here. And even if we don't really start that well, then one thing that we can do is micro the timing of this so that hopefully we can get this down. No, I think that's a little too soon, too early. Now put you on strong and hope that is a good timing here. You can start work on the DDTs as soon as they spawn. Thank you. Perhaps put you on last actually would be better here. Now it's just one marine left to take care of these DDTs. Yeah, damage is looking very bad. Yeah, I think I should have microed this marine down here a little bit better. Gonna keep you on strong though. Okay, I'm gonna put you on last. Oh, please be kept on last. Please. Oh, the second, sorry, the first marine's now despawned. Yeah, this is the round in which I fear the most. And this one, oh my god, second attempt, brilliant. Okay, now, you. Okay, just be in the center of the bloody map and we'll be able to do this. You're going to go around a fair few times. Hopefully the second one. Ugh, can you reach the pad over here? We may need to alternate positions. No, you can reach all the way around. Good. Lovely. Gonna keep the Spirit of the Forest here. We will move you towards near the end of the round so that then your stronger thorns will be down here where we need them the most. Okay, again, are we gonna be able to do this? Yeah, I kind of need you on the right side so that as soon as the bad pops, this will be able to be good. Hopefully. Okay, put you there. Come on, please. Bad pop, thank you. And DDTs go down just like that. Brilliant. Okay, now it's just a small matter of trying to get you to behave. I kind of need the marine to be down here just a little bit. Okay, not getting the damage that I require going here. Okay, that's going to move like that. And we hopefully we'll be able to yeah, the Marine's got it covered. Brilliant. And our statistics are skewered again. This must have been like 98 or something. That these statistics. Why does this always happen? Where at some point throughout the recording, my statistics get skewered. This has to be around 98, because around 98 did like 300, no, not 300, close to 300,000 of the total amount of damage or something along those lines. Or maybe 96 it resets on. But that was silly. Really, really silly. But a good combination. One in which has utility from the helicopter, and because if my helicopter would stop doing Beyblades, we can explain here, because of the fact that we have an attack that covers throughout the entire track, it means that a blowback is like, no, you're going back towards that bit of vine in which you was on, and you're going to take damage from that bit of vine again. Not sponsored by Vine. Vine doesn't even exist anymore. But anyways, our Spa Marines. Wrong map! It should have been Mine Marines. Not really. But thank you all so much for watching, everybody. Please let me know what you thought of the video down in the comment sections below. And I need to test this combination out to see if it's possible on this map. It has been done on Logs and Resort already, but this is now the time to say that it's also doable on 3 Mines Round. I know it's a shorter map than Resort and Logs. Definitely shorter than Logs, but I don't know about Resort. Perhaps it is definitely shorter than Resort, but it's just because of this circle where you have literally full coverage of this circle if you have a Marine near the center here, and you got the Bad, which has like the largest hitbox outside boss balloons. But there we go. Thank you all so much for watching, everybody. Please let me know what you thought of the video down in the comment sections below. And are you going to get your spoopy stuff in? I'm not really fond of collection events nowadays, just because I always feel like I'm always getting a Insta-Monkey that I've already got 100 versions of the same cross-path upgrades of. But I do like the spoopiness in the background. The oranges and purples. Spoopy sky. Thank you all so much for watching, and take care of yourselves, everybody.